Shalom, brother Amatazia. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shema Mashiach, woman like Yahushua. Shabbat Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Right, Shalom to all you brothers, sisters, and children, waxing mighty in the spirit. Right, make your call and election sure by praying, fasting, reading, studying. Right, loving one another in these last days. And showing the same grace, mercy, and long suffering and forgiveness to your brother as the Lord has shown unto us in these last days, man. And I titled this video, Check Yourself Before the Lord Do, man. We head into Passover, right? A lot of demons, a lot of spirits out here, right? Weather breaking. People think about going back into the world, X, Y, and Z. Right? Hey, check yourself, man. Get yourself right. I believe that what Ice Cube said that, man. He had the song, check yourself before you wreck yourself, man. And that's a true statement. Right? You want to examine yourself, thoroughly examine yourself before Passover, man. All right, I want to get this precept real quick in the book, right? Tying it in with Passover, 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse number 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us, man. Right, so you don't want to have no leaven going in the Passover. And that leaven is sin. That leaven is doctrine. Right, I want to get a precept real quick. Right, but you don't want to have, you want to be a new lump, man. You want to come into the Passover and you want to go into this new year, right, as a new man. Better than you were the year before. Better than who you were yesterday, man. So you got to purge out that leaven. Right, and this is for anybody that tuned in, right, that's an Israelite. Right? It is for myself, any leader. It is for everybody, man. This applies to everybody. All right? It's not just, oh, he a captain. He ain't got a purge on no 11. No, man. Hey, it's for everybody. Everybody has to purge out that old 11, man. I want to get this precept in the book of Matthew, the 16th chapter. All right, real quick. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16. I'm gonna start at 6. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 16. It's a lot of spirits out here tonight. Book of Matthew, chapter 16, and verse 6. Then Yahushua said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, man. Hey, Yahushua told the disciples, man, hey, beware the leaven of the Pharisees, man. And I'm going to jump down to verse number 9. It says, do you not understand? Neither remember. Actually, I'm going to jump down to verse 10. Verse 10, it says, I'm going to jump to 11. So, like, how is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees? Then understood they how that he bade them not to beware of the leaven of bread, but the doctrine of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, man. Right? So that could be a doctrine or what you believe in, right? What your mindset is. Hey, that could be leaven, man. Because a brother might be thinking, look, you know what I'm saying, I've been in this thing for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I see how the Most High shows so much mercy. Maybe I can start to pick up this extra shift on the Sabbath, right? And the Most High still display the same mercy. Yeah, that's leaven on your mind, brother. That's telling you to break the laws of the Most High, to go off against the Most High. And you got to purge that out, man. You better get your spirit right for the Most High get you right, man. And it might not be no more mercy, man. He might get up with you, man. He might put you to death. Right? So you want to examine the leaven that may be upon you, that you may be a new lump, man. That you may be a new man in this thing, man. And you may grow, right? You may shine forth your light more brightly in this thing, man. Once you examine yourself. Let me get the classic. All right, this is a rudimental precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse number 5. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith, man. And you got to examine yourself and look at yourself and see, am I really serving Yahweh Ba'Shemi Yahushua, man? Am I really putting in all my effort? Am I really making sacrifices towards the Lord? Am I not making any excuses and I tried my best I could? Right? You got to, hey, that's up to you to know that, man. Every man and woman knows how much they could do, man, through the spirit of the Most High. Hey, you got to look yourself in the mirror, man. You got to check yourself. Right? It says what? Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. And you can prove yourself. It says what? Know ye not your own selves? You don't know yourself? Like I said, you know how much you can do, man. And you know how much you were doing, man. Now, granted, some people may have more things that's put on their table. They might have more children, right? They might have X, Y, and Z going on. But you have to examine yourself, count the costs, and set things up in a certain order, right? And you try yourself, man. Prove yourself, right? And see if you be in the faith. You know what? Brother might say, look, I'm going to read 3 chapters a day. Well, brother, you only read 1 chapter a day, man. Well, brother, you ain't proving yourself. You ain't living up to what you laid down and the time that you set in order, that you said that, look, I could, during my day, I can read at least 3 chapters. You know, I got a lot of other things going on, but I can read 3 chapters for the Lord. But if you don't read them 3 chapters, hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't really in that spirit, man. And it's a good measuring stick to know, look, hey, I can go harder for the Lord, man. Look, I can go, let me read an extra chapter this day, man. And you can start to push yourself, man. And that's how brothers and sisters start to grow in this thing, man. You got to push yourself in this thing, man. And it all comes with examination, right? If someone never examines themselves, man, they all over the place, right? 1 week he read, 1 week he praying, next week he, you know what I'm saying, freaking off in the club on a Saturday, man. Or God knows what. And now it's all type of sins on them. So you got to examine yourself, right? You got a lot of people, they get their monthly checkups or yearly checkups at the hospital, man. I mean, at the doctor, man. The doctor asks them everything good. And brother, your left hip, it's been hurting all year, right? It's been hurting all year, and you didn't come in to get it checked. All year, brother, you didn't examine it. You just ignored it. You got certain brothers, they ignore, right, the red flags, man. He forgetting the prayers. He forgot the Lord's Prayer, right? He forgot the regular precept, the Deuteronomy 28 precepts, man. Forgetting brothers, man. He forgetting the salute. Hey, better start because they ain't examining themselves, man. And you got to keep yourself in order. Check yourself daily, man. Look at that man in the mirror. And you should not be the same man you were, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of pushing it, but a month ago. Shouldn't be the same man you were a month ago. Right? You kind of would have probably had an anger spirit on you. Look, now you got more patience. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on my patience. I examine myself. Look, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had an anger spirit on me. And now I'm working on the fruits of the spirit. And I'm trying to work on more patience in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You might have kind of been timid and shy. But look, now I want to read a little louder for the teacher, man. And I want to bring it out more boldly for the Lord, man. And that spirit to come upon you. Why? Because you examined yourself, right? You got these sports players and these football players, basketball players, or whatever, right? Let's just say according to the Super Bowl that just passed, man. Patrick Mahomes. You think he's sitting up somewhere boo-hooing and crying because he lost the Super Bowl? Right? And the whole team boo-hooing and crying? No, they're examining what happened, right? And they're going to work towards getting better, man. Look, we could have did this better. We could have did that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of did. We didn't set up the defense right here. We didn't do this right here. And they're going to examine that, and they're going to get better, man. You know what I'm saying? If it be at their will, man. If it be at the Most High will, right? But the point is they're going to examine themselves, right? And you should examine yourself to get better, man. Hey, look at yourself, right? Through the spirit, and that's what's going to make you increase, and you're going to grow, and you're going to purge out that leaven, man. Because we got to do this thorough check, man. You got to thoroughly look at yourself. You got to meditate sometimes. Some brothers meditate. You got to meditate, man. Look at yourself like, damn, man, you know what? You know, man, look, I've been slothful, man. And it's okay. It's okay to confess that, man. A lot of brothers be prideful. Look, I'm on fire, King. I'm in the spirit. I'm enduring. I, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You forgot the Lord's Prayer, right? Hey, you haven't read all week. You said F the breakdowns and the camp videos, and you watching the Pop the Bloom challenge, man. Whatever show out there, man. Whatever show out there, right? You watch that instead, right? So you gotta examine yourself, and that's you, brother. It's okay. Why? Because now you're gonna examine yourself. And you're gonna get yourself back in order, man. You're gonna get yourself back in check. It's not too late, right? You can get your spirit right. Right? And and the Lord shows so much mercy for you to be able to still have the spirit on you to get yourself right, to examine yourself. Right? So let me read that one more time. It says 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Hamashiach Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobates. And see, a man that's a reprobate, he's not gonna have that spirit to even check himself. Because he's going to start to love how it feels to not read, to not study, right? Instead of to look to the breakdowns, they're going on other sites, man, and doing other things. It's going to start to, you know what I'm saying, seem good to them. And now they have their reprobate minds to where, now they always got the truth. And I'm led to believe a lot that happens to a lot of brothers, man. Because behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying, they not examining themselves, and they not building themselves up to get better in this thing. You know what I'm saying? And then you just find a brother and they just disappear. Now brothers asking, what happened to this brother? Well, we don't know what happened. Brother he just fell out. You know, and that happened, man. Every year, brothers just fall out. Spirits done got them, man. So you better examine yourself before all hell break loose. Right? Let me get this precept. See that? See that? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse number 27. All right, another classic. It says, my son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it. Give not that unto it, for all things are not profitable for all men. Yeah, and everything's not profitable for all men. Like I say in the book of Sirach, the 31st chapter, I believe, let me get that real quick. I don't want to misquote the precept. I believe it's the 31st chapter. The 31st chapter, verse 28 on down. A wine is to make man merry, right? Now, brother may drink in season, man, right? And he make a merry, you know what I'm saying, he feeling good at the feast day, and brother, you know what I'm saying, he do his thing, and you know what I'm saying, he done with the drink. Now, you got another brother, and he kind of get the bottle, and he turned into a whole different man. He's slurring his words, he babbling, man, and hey, Ak, you shouldn't be drinking, man. And that's up to you to examine yourself and see, look, I can't do it like that, brother, man. When I get the bottle, I start to, wig out, man. I start to tweak out. Right? So, you got to put that away from you, King. Or sister. Right? Because it's not profitable. It's not profitable for you, but it's good for that brother. And you got to see that, man. You know what's good for you and what's not. Everything ain't for every man. You can't do it like everybody else. You got to find your thing in this walk. What's right and what's wrong for you. Right? It says what? It says, love thy own soul and comfort thy heart. And it's like, I'm going to read that again. It's like, see that? Wasn't even the right precept. Sirach chapter 37 and verse 27. My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything, man. Right? So you got to examine. That comes with examination, man. Right? Hey, another brother, he might be able to go into the history of different, you know what I'm saying, sources. You know what I'm saying? He might have to dive in her to get some cuts. And you know what I'm saying, he able to gird himself up to use that to better edify the body. Now, another brother might dive into that And he started to get swayed because you wasn't really girded up in this thing, man. And now you 1 Timothy 4 and 3 on down where you got itching ears, right? And you start to believe in fables. Right? So everything, you know what I'm saying, it's not good for every man. And you gotta find that. You know what I'm saying? And if a brother examine that, like, hey, every time I start to, you know what I'm saying, go into this, I'm starting to get swayed, man. Look, I'm gonna just step back. I'm gonna let brothers get that. Look, just give me the breakdown, give me the cuts, and I'm gonna run with that. Hey, that's great examination, man. Because the main thing when you're examining yourself and why brothers examine themselves is to get right back with the Most High, man. To get your spirit back right with the Most High, man. Because we do all fall short, we do all go off, right? But we want to examine ourselves and make ourselves presentable to the Most High in the best way we can, man. And that comes with repentance.